YouTube, it is your boy JayVenom. Thank you for checking out the channel, JayVenom's DFS Money Wrap. Definitely sorry I've been gone the last 4 or 5 days. My computer decided to run off on the plug twice, so I had to make do. But I have been playing, and it ain't been too bad. But let's roll for tonight. 12, 14, 16 boss plays. Let's go. PG, boss play. Westbrook, 54 points, last 5 is 60. Wall, 43. Paul, 40. Lowry, 38. My sneak attack play tonight is Dragic. I just like him. The numbers look good. Like I said, the Pacers, for whatever reason, give up little dumb points to the point guard to where I almost might play Dragic and Johnson in the same game. Value plays is Harrison. I like Harrison tonight, Lawson, and Beverly. False play is Harden. 52. His 5-game average is 50. DeRozan, a 3-point bump up from his last 5 games. 38 tonight. Bill, 30. Batum, 29. My sneak attack play is Lou Williams from the Lakers, 27. Value plays is Liggins, Ellington, and Smith. Of course, since Love, LeBron, and Kyrie aren't playing today, a lot of value is going to go into the Cavs players. But if you're playing tournaments, you better believe everybody knows that. So though their ownership is going to be higher, if you can find some points somewhere else, I would recommend it. But if you need that value, then go with one of those players. But I wouldn't go with 2 or more. I just wouldn't. Small forward, boss plays, Leonard. At 40 points, his last 5 has been 39, so he's a tick up tonight. George, 37. Hayward, 35. Barnes, 29. My sneak attack play, this is sneaky, okay, because Ding is projected at 20. I see him scoring way more than 20, but that's me, maybe 27, 28. It's not way more, but, you know. So he's got upside. He might even get into the 30s. If you don't like it, pivot to Porter. He's pretty solid. His floor, he's got a pretty decent floor, so I wouldn't be scared of Porter. Value plays is Covington, 25. Or Bogdanovich, who I'll probably have some exposure to. He dropped 36 against the Lakers last time. And Ross. So shooting small forward. Let's go to power forward. Boss play is Griffin, 40. Randall, 25. Booker, 24, which I think is kind of low. Ibaka, 25. I think he's behind Booker just because of salary. Venom sneak attack play is Ilyasova. I just like Ilyasova. Value plays is Caspi, Lure, Morris. Morris is really should be a sneak attack play or should be on the big board in the black, but because he has a good game and he's projected to score 26. I think he has a little bit of upside on that 26, but his mental part of the game just ain't all the way there at the times. If you look at his, I don't know if you ever pay attention, but he always starts out with a -1 point. It's crazy, but oh well. Center. By the way, if you notice, the power forward isn't going to be a point producer except for Griffin, and you know everybody's going to flock to Griffin because they're going to look down the list and see who can I get. So, but they might not want to pay up for him. But I'm not paying up at point power forward at all tonight. There'd be some value plays at power forward for me. And Ilyasova. Boss play, Whiteside, 37. Boogie is out. And then as I was finishing up, Marc Gasol is out. So Whiteside is a 4-point bump. Or really a 3-point bump. In Indiana tonight, and I really believe it. So I'm gonna have some Whiteside definitely at center tonight. He may mess around and have 30 points at fantasy points at halftime if he doesn't get into foul trouble. Miles Turner, the computers really like Miles Turner tonight, so keep that in mind. Mark Gasol is out. Like I said before, Drummond 36. I like Drummond. Al Horford 32. A lot of people overlooked Al Horford for whatever reason. Venom sneak attack play, including me. Venom sneak attack play is Brook Lopez. And if you don't like it, like I said, the computers really like Turner, so pivot to Turner. If Boogie's out, I'm assuming Costa Kufis is going to start. So there's some value right there. Kufis can play. That's how you say his last name. Nogueira. I tried to get y'all on him the other day. He went for like 28, 29. I hope y'all picked him up. He's a great value play. Biombo, I played him the other night. He did pretty. It was like 28 points, 26, something like that. But he paid for his salary. And Zeller. Games to target: LA at Brooklyn, 1.5, 229. And a half over under. Brooklyn is a 1.5 point favorite. And Charlotte at Washington, and Washington is a 1.5 point favorite, and a 212.5 over under. Last night I was a victim of the blowout. I had Roberson and Plumlee in the last game. I had 335. And every point was starting to count toward good cash. And I believe middle of the third quarter, they sat and didn't play the rest of the game. So that 335 stood there. I didn't go down much because I think it was Portland took their starters out also. So the line didn't move very much after that. So it was a $5 entry. It won $30. I think that was the highest score last night. I'd had some that went over 300. They were different lineups, of course. And what I noticed, and I'm giving y'all projections, but what I'm noticing is that projections is starting to be the last thing I look at. Okay, I got the 335 without looking at one projection. As far as comparing who I'm going to take, this, that, and the third. I didn't even look at the projections. What I did was I went defense versus the position, and defense versus the position and pace. So I said defense versus the position twice because it almost started and ended there. And I just took who had the most points, defense versus position, and I rostered that way. And it's worked out the last 3 or 4 days. And then I'll use the projections just to make sure I'm not missing something. You know what I mean? Or I can plug in a player here or a defensive position. I'll have salary left and I'll plug in someone with a higher projection score, of score that's just an obvious play. Just being smart. So, and that's really worked out. So and my projections that's been spitting out have been on the money. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but the projections are pretty good. So compared to some other projectors I've seen. So that's just my opinion. Boogie's out in Sacramento. Home Depot is out in OKC. Marcus Aldridge is out in San Antonio. Favors, Hood, and Exum are playing in Utah. And Glenn Robinson III is starting in Indiana. I think it says he's starting the next couple of days. This all is coming from Roto Grinders News. And Noel is out in Philly. Stuff changes fast, so the news, there'll be more names added to that list. I guarantee it by the night before lock. Westbrook and Lowry are point guards in an optimized lineup. Shooting guard would be Harden and Smith. Small forward Barnes and Jefferson. Power forward is Griffin and Lee, and center is Mozgov. The total is 303.1, and that should leave you $200 in the bank. And just to make a point about the defense versus the position again, really quick, I had tweeted or inboxed or DM'd or whatever it is, Max, I don't know what his Dolery or whatever the guy's name is. He's like the best DFS player in the world, arguably. But I had bought his product and I was subscribing to it, and then it just seemed like my overall scores took a big hit using his software. So I tweeted him or inboxed him, and I didn't ask him. I was very particular about what I asked, just to get a reply. And I didn't ask him about who should I play tonight or this, that, and the third. What are the best plays? You know, I pretty much told him I do a lot of research, and I just can't. And I bought your product, of course, and I just can't figure out what is the problem. Where should I start? And his reply to me was, always start with the DVP. Defense versus, find the weakness there, start there. And I've been implementing it some, and in the last week or 2 weeks, that's what I've really based my lineups on, and it's really turned my lineups up point wise 20%, 30%. Really, if I'm not getting over 300 at this point, I'm really disappointed. So 300 is the goal. I mean, that's all the time, but I wasn't getting 300s every night. But in the last couple weeks, you know, I'll put multiple lineups in, and then my favorite lineups, I'll double up, triple up on that lineup. And going by DVP, listen to me, find that pace up game, look at that DVP and find that player, that gem. Even if you don't like, I picked up Sam Decker the other day. He was 10 times value. I needed that. You know what I mean? There was a Jameer Nelson, his DVP, it was 8 times value, 7 times value, something crazy like that. Those are the players you need to pick up to win these tournaments. Now, cash games is a total different story, and that's a total different conversation. This is your boy JayVenom. Thank you. If you liked the video, subscribe, hit the like button. I really need some like smashes this week, because I have been off, so my whole algorithm and everything from YouTube is off. So just share the video, like the video, sub to your boy, and this is your boy JayVenom. I'll holler at y'all definitely if my computer don't jack up again tomorrow. 1.